All right, this is take 2 of journal number 2 because the first one I get choked up. I get stuck in the middle of it. I'm gonna hop right into it because it took me way too long to get into it last time on the first video. So I just raw, uncut stuff. Enjoy it, please, because I don't. Well, I do. Not really. It's uncomfortable talking to people that you'll never know if you'll ever meet. But whatever. It's just like talking into a void of everything, of perceived infinity. Anyways, 65 days without smoking a cigarette, 31 days without drinking, 22 days without smoking weed, 1 day without vaping, 0 days, yeah, 0 out of 1 days working out, 0 out of 1 days flossing, 1 out of 1 days meditating, 0 out of 1 day doing core exercise. That sucks. 0 out of 1 day doing cold shock exposure, so in the water or taking a shower. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, the yawn. Anyways, and then 1 out of 1 day, what one's that one? Dark chocolate. Yeah, polyphenols. Anyways, 8 out of 10 health, physical and mental health. It was a decent day. 8 out of 10 career productivity, progressing the career in different ways. Think about it. Like, there's so many different ways of doing the same thing. But, anyways, whatever you value is how you progress and stuff like that. Anyways, 7 out of 10 social or relationships, social relationships, friendships, developing friendships, spending time with friends. Anyways, being social. It's a big part of life. Anyways, and then 8 out of 10 happiness for the day. Day 7,824 out of 14,600. Again, day I want to retire, 40 years old. So, past half, which sucks. Anyways, up at 10:30, slept in. Like a lazy turd. Lunch at 11 while working on laws 1 to 8 video. So the 48 laws of power, I was trying to make a video for the first 8 laws. Just overthinking it and then just making it not that nice. Left at 1300 to Starbucks at Uptown Shopping Center. I went to a Starbucks. I was at Starbucks by 1:45. I was chatting with Rod. Oh, I forgot what his name was, but he was an accountant and he was a very interesting guy. We just spoke for a long time about life. Anyways, 14:30 to 1600, so 2:30 to 4 p.m. Auditing the week till 1700. I was sort of making like a schedule, a time schedule, like a evaluation assessment of my time and how I spend my time. Chat with Nick from 1600 to 1630. I think that was a different guy. Yeah, that was a different guy. He was sitting there doing he was studying for med school, so I was just asking him questions and stuff. Back in this room for about 4:15. I was at the Canada Day street markets from 7 to 8 p.m. Linked up with my friends, Leo, Val, Trin at 10:30. No. Oh, yeah, I met up with them at about 8:30, and then I was hanging out with them until about 10:30. I was at Trin's to make an example of Val. Missed the fireworks display from 10:15 to 10:45. Linked with this fella named Hassan, one of my good buddies, from 11:30 to 1:30 a.m. And then I was in bed for about 2 a.m. Took a taxi back. I was in bed by about 2 a.m., 2:15. Two roses. So again, up at 10:30, in bed at 2 a.m. Not terrible, but it's still a decent day. Two roses. I'm happy I chose not to go to the club. We're going to talk about that in a sec. Happy I called Hassan out of everybody. One thorn. Bothered by the extensive spending today. I don't think it was that, but I think I bought like 4 things at Starbucks, and I felt guilty for it because they were all like $10 each. Anyways, you can definitely see the reflection. That's sick. Anyways, yeah, I don't like seeing my eyes. They piss me off. So you don't get to see them either for now. But maybe I'll have enough confidence to take the shades off. But for now, I'm just gonna keep them on. Anyways, I like them and I look cool in them because I don't like my eyes. Anyways. One bud. I'm looking forward to analyzing my psychology. It's a weird personal goal, I guess. But anyways, one memory: blueberry Faygo, Airheads, and vape stuff from the little Victoria Mart right across from my high school, which is like in Ontario. Right across from our high school, we there's like a little mart there, and like there's all a bunch of like candies and stuff, and everyone would get the candies, and there's all the vape stuff, and like they would sell it to the underage kids because they knew, and it was just like it was money, it was bank, right? Like they made a lot of money off the selling vapes to the kids in the high school. Anyways, during third period and everything in between. So yeah, at lunch, third period, I had normally a spare during third period during grade 12. And yeah, I just go there and then buy vape stuff and just hang out, eat like crap, eat a lot of sugar, and drink a lot of sugar. Yeah. Anyways, so said I didn't go to the club. I was gonna go to the club, but I chose not to. So I'm going to go through what happened on July 7th in a bit more depth because there's a couple events that occurred that really resonated in my mind in a weird way. Anyways, 8 p.m. This is at 8 p.m. on July 1st. I was waiting in front of the Empress Hotel, waiting for Harrington, Val, and Trin for fireworks, chilling around pointlessly and indecisively because of Val and Harrington's drama. So there's two of them that are having like a drama because they were dating. Or they are dating. We're dating. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. They were dating, so they're having like some drama and stuff, like, you know, as relationships go, drama is. And like I'm just standing there chilling with their friend, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, we're just chilling. We're waiting for the fireworks, but it was like 8:30, and it was like cold out because it's like the evening, and the ladies are obviously in like crop tops and like spaghetti straps, whatever. Anyways, so left the Trins for about 9:45. I was at her place, or we were all there. We all went there. We were there for about 15 minutes. They said like, oh yeah, we'll be in a sec, and then we're just gonna go get sweaters and like get some drinks and stuff, and then we'll be good. And then we were waiting. I was waiting in my buddy's car with him for the two ladies, and then and they were chugging booze and grabbing sweaters. And then we left their place. We missed the fireworks by 5 minutes, which I called it. I told them if we go all the way back, we're gonna miss it. So I was right about that. And then like we're standing there, and like I don't know. I hadn't been to the club for like over a month, and I wasn't that eager to get into the club. Like I don't really care to go to the clubs. It's just very superficial to me. Not really my cup of tea. Not a big party animal. So yeah, we go over there. They have some drinks, and they're like fired up. So they have the energy, and they're kind of like feeling tipsy. So they're like, oh, we need to be around other people that are tipsy, so they don't feel as bad. And like my buddy was driving, and he was mad because of the drama, and I'm just standing there, and I'm just like the guy that's hanging out with them. Because we were watching the fireworks. We were gonna watch the fireworks, and then we didn't because like whatever. And then they're like, oh, what else are we gonna? Let's go to the club. So and then we go to the club, and like the lineup obviously is long as heck because it's downtown Victoria, and I'm standing there, and I'm just like, I do not want to go in here. Like I'm standing there, and anyways, so standing there in line with literally Liam, Val, Trin, Charles, Vanessa, Anton, Malachi, AJ, and everyone was the best looking, most popular, and the bunch came along and told me, and they're all just saying there was like 8, 9, 10 people that I all knew, and they're all just, oh yeah, like you're coming in, like let's go, it's gonna fire up, we're gonna have a good time, and like not my cup of tea, like can't party, don't want to party. Well, it's not that I can't party, I just don't want to party. I went through a phase, happy in the phase. Past the phase, I think. I don't know. I feel like my time to party will come eventually and like enjoy the small things, but like I kind of want to be in a position that I'm like financially able to party and like get absolutely wasted without feeling like terrible after. Anyways, so yeah, and then a hunch came along me, which was crazy, and it told me no, man. Like I was sitting there, and I'm like I wanted to go. I was like, okay, fine, I'll go in with them, whatever. Like it'll be a fun night. I don't have to party. I don't have to be in there. And I was like, I was trying to convince myself to go in, which was weird. And then I was like, no, actually, second thought, no, I don't want to go in. And then they're like, yeah, what? And I just like dapped them all up, and I just dipped, and I just cut. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this. And then, yeah, and it was one of the best decisions I ever. Oh yeah, so anyway, so I left the lineup, the waiting line, and I walked around the corner, and I sat on a windowsill, and I was like, why? Firstly, why did I leave them all? And secondly, why do I feel so good doing it? Right? And then I called my buddy. Hassan, the guy that I was telling you about. Yeah, I'm happy I called Hassan. That was one of the 2 roses for the day. And it was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. When I arrived at the building, his place, 2 of my friends just coincidentally were sitting there. And then my buddy pulled up. Like, he was at a house party, and he was, like, talking to this beautiful woman who thought he was very attractive, and he wanted to get to know her more. But, like, you know, I called him. He looked at his phone. He said, I need to take this. Bye. So then he took the call, spoke to me. I said, hey, I need to speak to you. And then he just left the house party, left this beautiful woman behind. And then he came and spoke to me. Anyways, so he got there around what was that? 11:20. Yeah, he left a conversation, a beautiful girl in a house party to speak to me. We spoke until 1:30 a.m. and then he gave me money for a taxi ride, and then he ended the night a bigger man, which I don't like owing people. I really don't. Like it's like just not my cup of tea. So yeah, so he's well off, and like he felt bad that he was too tired. That his friend was borrowing his car, so he couldn't give me a lift back. So he gave me money for a taxi, and I'm like, I can't accept your money. So I had to give him. I had to like hold on. I held on to it for him for like a couple weeks, and then I gave it back to him at a different point. The next time we linked up. Anyway, so yeah, the point was that he ended the night a bigger man. He was just being very generous. And, like people like that are very generous, but like I don't know. I don't want to. I need someone to take money. I gotta give it back and then give someone else and like try and just like get to know them. Anyways, number one. So this is like summarizing the whole day. The reason it was such a crazy day were because of 3 reasons. Number one, 2 of my friends showing up in the exact same building at the exact same time, in the exact same place in a big city, just happening to sit there in that lobby, and then I show up there, and it was never part of the plan, but all of a sudden they're there, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then I went and like sat there and spoke to them, and like I was discussing like how bad of a decision I was, how bad I felt leaving all my friends behind, or who I thought were my friends, and I was just like, okay, whatever. Number 2, Hassan. Why does he care so much? This guy's only met me like 2-3 times, right? But he picks up this call, leaves, drops it all, and then comes and speaks to me. That was super respectful, and I have like a lot of respect for the guy because of it. Like it was crazy. I was like, man, that's amazing. This guy's cool. And then number 3 was Jez. He's like, he was the guy that So if I stayed at the club and partied, I probably would have been back at like 2-3 a.m. if not 4 a.m. And then I had plans the next day to go for a long ass bike ride with him, and we left at like 8 a.m. right after breakfast, and then we biked all around Victoria all day. We hit 3 different beaches. We were just sitting there talking about life, and like he has a lot of experience, and there's a lot of like ways that we can help each other. And I was like, man, I would not have been able to enjoy your presence if I had stayed there and partied last night. So it was like, it was very interesting to see three very positive outcomes occur in a short period of time because of one single decision. But anyways, that was my Canada Day. It was a lot better than expected for a lot of reasons different from what I had originally anticipated. So, anyways, if you got any experiences like that, let me know. I can't believe I just spoke for 13 minutes straight, but I hope you guys learned something, or maybe you'll be a bit more optimistic to look for positive outcomes for apparently small indecisions that rub other people the wrong way. Anyways, thank you. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I think. Bye.